My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is November 26, 2024. It is 2:12 p.m. I don't normally record around this time, but I have the time. I just came from outside, took a shower, and I feel rejuvenated. And I was like, you know what? Let's see what's going on Twitter. So I saw some tweets. I made some list. This, I could leave it for later tonight, but I'm going to record it now and then edit later. And this is the list for later tonight. I might have more to add on to it. Let's see. I see some tweets, some discussion regarding Camila Docu series. So this will be for later tonight. And these are some leftovers. I think there's 7 of them. All right. So this is my 3rd recording for the day since the middle of the night. So I think this is going to be on App You Team Sussex. So let's go on App You Team Sussex to see if anything changed. I just made this public while I was out. It was rendering. Everything is fine, uploaded, so I made it public. So let's go on App You Team Sussex. All right, so we are here. Okay, so this one was also one of the videos that I made public this morning, and I recorded as well. Okay, 4,450 subscribers. I'm not sure if it changed. I think it's the same as this morning. If there are any new subscribers, welcome. Estimate revenue $93.68. All right, so let's go on Twitter. This I covered it on my last video, the one that was on PYTE. I just made public. And I went on on a long rant. I bring Missa and Harryman. I bring topic from the Netherlands, One Young World, when the Queen died. Oh my God. When I start talking, I go on that other channel to see what's going on, that other video. All right, so we're going to start with Martin David. He tends to sums up everything, all right, what's going on the papers, because I don't click on those papers. So when he does his little reviews, I listen to them and then I share them with you. Okay. His caption, all my content is on the TikTok thing. All right. And he put all those hashtags. All right. So he's going to talk about, let's see, Queen Camilla, Wicked Stepmother, Channel 4 documentary, expected to be hugely controversial. All right. So I don't know when he posted that. So that was today, November 26th, today. All right, but let's listen. 1 minute and 32 seconds.
Morning from an even saltier version of Salty Island, if that can even be a thing, as the Channel 4 documentary about Camilla, the wicked stepmother, dropped. I had time to watch it last night. I'm going to pull out my 3 main observations with receipts and evidence so you don't have to watch it.
If I knew, this would have been on the one that I'm going to record tonight. So let's continue, because the list that I have for tonight is mostly about the docu-series. So I came across some more tweets that relates to that. But this one I have mostly about Kate. But let's get going anyway.
How kind am I? Firstly, I want to say the first observation is this headline here where it shows a bias towards Harry. I think it was skillful, dedicated and careful reporting. I didn't see a bias towards anybody. That's all I'm going to say. Point 2, there was always a plan to bring Camilla into the royal family, and that plan existed whilst Diana was still around.
That's
Who
right.
was the main...
That's right. Even Princess Diana was saying she doesn't think they want her to be queen. I think I have that video or audio. I will put the screenshot if I play it.
I don't think many people would want me to be queen. Actually, when I say many people, I mean the establishment that I'm married into, because they've decided that I'm a non-starter.
Why do you think they've decided that?
Because I do things differently. because I don't go by a rule book, because I lead from the heart, not the head. And albeit that's got me into trouble in my work, I understand that.
That she doesn't think that they want her to be a queen. All right, so let's continue.
Contributor to the plan, Charles. Who had a lot of input to the plan? Camilla. What would have happened if Diana would have survived? Who knows?
By Jonathan Dimbleby about your husband. He says that your husband renewed his relationship with Mrs. Camilla Parker Bowles. Were you aware of that?
Yes, I was. But I wasn't in a position to do anything about it.
What evidence did you have that their relationship was continuing even though you were married?
A woman's instinct is a very good one.
Is that all?
Well, I had knowledge of it.
From staff?
Well, from people who minded and cared about our marriage, yes.
It opens that whole book of trauma about was Diana's death an accident or not.
Wow.
Just because of the timings of everything. Third and last point you'd be glad to hear. Harry was definitely made a scapegoat. They used Harry to make themselves look better and to be able to deflect from Camilla being transitioned. I was going to say transformed. Transitioned into the non-working royal family. Comments are open. More stuff from me coming up in the next 5 minutes. Let me know what you think.
Okay, so let's see what some people are saying under the comment. It just confirms everything Prince Harry said. That's true. The documentary confirms everything Prince Harry already told us and spare. I do not believe that the late Queen Elizabeth gave her blessing for Camilla to title herself Queen Consort. Yeah, when that came out, it feels like whatever I said back then, there was some sort of a pressure. Either something was a deal, some sort of a deal that was made with what was the other one, the Andrew. Okay, let me not get into it so I don't give myself too much work. Okay. Camilla titled herself Queen Consort. Something smelled rotten with that rotten statement from Queen Elizabeth II. Every one of your point is exactly what I have always thought. Now we know how the Morgan, Clarkson, Levine, and Jabson especially get their go-ahead hate on Prince Harry, and especially Meghan's Duchess of Sussex, come from Camilla, the wicked stepmother, who is patron of Fleet Street Brides Church, which is where journalists meet. Abolish the monarchy. Horrid people, that family. You know what I'm gonna do? Maybe since I started with this, it's talking about the documentary, maybe I saw whatever I was gonna record tonight, this, I'm gonna switch it. Let me pause and switch. So now I have 6. So this I'll record tonight. Let's move it for tonight. I already put the date, 27. It will be right here. And then let me save it just in case things messed up. Alright, and then this is what I'll be recording, which is now have 6 as well. This is Martin, that's the one I just did, and now the docu regarding Camilla. Alright, so if I had knew, luckily I thought of this right away, otherwise I'll be giving myself work. Okay, so next tweet. Okay, the new documentary Queen Camilla, the wicked stepmother, proves everything Prince Harry said and spare. Even royal rats accuse Harry of lying in the documentary, saying that Harry was sacrificed to save Camilla and King Charles. Image seems like Princess Diana was right. Alright, so there are some comments, not a lot. Let's listen.
If you want to destroy me, aim well. Because if you miss me, I won't miss.
Alright, so this, I felt like I shared it in some old videos, but just listen, it'll be just screenshots, okay? I can't just let any videos play the way the person originally made it.
It's you. I have never hated anyone. I simply excluded from my life those who disappointed me. You talk to me when you want. I respond when I'm bored. I have accepted so many things that I will never accept again. You can leave my life whenever you want, but you won't come back when you want. I haven't changed. I just opened my eyes to certain people. I trusted certain people too quickly. That was the only mistake I made. I have no desire to argue with anyone. I prefer to walk away because I'm just seeking peace. I'm not resentful, but there are people with whom I prefer not to be in contact. I wish them neither good nor bad. They just have to get what they deserve away from me. I am grateful to all those who said no to me, because thanks to them, I did it myself. If you want to destroy...
That's what I'd be saying. They make it so hard for him, but those obstacles they keep on putting in front of him, it's actually making his brain work, make him think, make him progress. And when you compare with the other ones who never really have any obstacle, whatever hardship that they have, it's because they bring it upon themselves. It seems like they're so tired of not doing anything, they manufactured nonsense to give themselves something to do or inflict pain onto others. But when they inflict pains onto others, not that I'm saying it's good, but it makes the other person, the people who are receiving the hardship, their brain work. They manage to critical thinkers, this kind of things. And that's what they have turned Harry into. Since he was young, they're making his life a living hell, but he became a critical thinker. All right. That is on the point and beautiful. That's an ad. Facts. All right. So let's go to the next one. Did I copy it already? Let's see. This might be really quick. Okay. So this one sort of started from here. Let me pause. Is that Paul Dacre behind Camilla? Okay, Cowilla. Is that Paul Dacre behind Camilla? Squaddies, do you know who Paul Dacre is? Is he highly implicated in Harry and Baroness Lawrence phone hacking lawsuit against the Daily Fair? Camilla is one evil. I think he's the one who sort of... She's talking about this person, and this is Piers Morgan right there. He's the one, I think, who did an open letter back in December last year. It seems like it was a lifesaver kind of open letter to Charles to help him get out of whatever situation he's in. And I think the plan that they came up with the cancer for Charles, in my humble opinion, and then to have Harry go to the UK really quickly, because Harry flew over there really quickly, and then, okay, whatever it is that he wanted Harry to do, Harry did not want to do it. That's to remove the lawsuit and things like that. And Harry said no. And then he flew. He went somewhere. He took his helicopter and went somewhere. And I also think he offered Harry to stay somewhere. And Harry did not stay because he had that other engagement, that award, that Super Bowl. The guy who said that's freaking Prince Harry. Okay, that was going to happen the day after. So Harry did not stay. So there was a plan. Okay. There was a plan for Harry. That open letter, I don't know how long in between that happened. So I think it was a lifesaver to please get your son, take this lawsuit out of the court or something like that. And in my humble opinion, the plan that they came with is the cancer thing, to have Harry fly to the UK really quickly. And then whatever, after speaking to Harry to remove the lawsuit, Harry said no. And then the next step was to offer him to stay somewhere. Who knows? Something might have happened allegedly. I don't know. These people are evil no matter which way you look at them. And then when Harry said no, he has other engagement, and Harry left. So all this, God is on Harry's side, and we need to keep on praying. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Well, when I'm editing, I'll show you the thumbnails, because I put it on the thumbnails of him. Okay, so this is it. This is the open letter he had written to Charles. Okay, we pray for the door of justice to open. That's how I titled the thing. This is him, Paul Dacre. This is the open letter he wrote directly to Charles. My advice for King Charles, my twin, whatever. Okay, so I think that was a some sort of a message to get your son, take this lawsuit from the whatever, because Harry got them. And I think that's what it is. And that was what they do I have in it. That was December 14, 2023. And then when Harry was like in around February, because that's when the Super Bowl and things like that were happening. In February, in 2024, earlier this year, the quick travel to the UK, and to discuss things with Harry, and Harry then stay, and Charles then even stay as well. Oh, and I think, okay, at that time, I'm talking on top of my head, he wanted to talk to Harry. That's what was reported, okay? That was what reportedly, allegedly, okay? He wanted to go someplace else, another castle or something, to, with Harry to talk. Okay, that was the plan, and Harry was like, no, or something like that. They need to. He has other plan, and go back to some of my old videos around that time. Okay, so yeah, they had a plan. So that's him here. So what was the whole thing here? Okay, is that Paul Dacre behind Camilla? Squaddies, do you know who Paul Dacre is? He is highly implicated in Harry and Baroness Lawrence phone hacking lawsuit against the Daily Fair. Camilla is one evil. Okay, so that's probably was one of the thing. Okay, this is why Charles' cancer thing came about. I don't know. He probably does have it. All right. Doreen Lawrence, I was betrayed by the Daily Mail. So this one is pretty legible. You could pause and read it. I see Prince Harry here. Oh my God, should I read that? I wasn't planning on reading all of this. Doreen Lawrence has claimed that the Daily Mail hired private investigators to hack her phone and obtain information on her murdered son, Stephen, potentially disrupting the police investigation into the racially motivated killing. Lady Lawrence now believes she fell her murdered son by trusting the Daily Mail during the 1990s, claiming the news outlet campaign for justice on behalf of Stephen Lawrence and a cynical bid to sell more newspapers. I hope the U.S. is listening to this, because I could see this coming. Well, I could see it is coming. If Biden doesn't do something, this is our last hope, and God help us. The allegations were set out in detailed documents released. All of a sudden, I started coughing. The allegation was set out in detailed documents released during an extraordinary hearing at the High Court. Lawrence, Prince Harry, Elton John, and the actor Sadie Foss all turned up to hear legal arguments in the cases they have brought against Associated Newspapers, the owner of the Daily Mail, the Mail on Sunday, and Mail Online, along with Liz Hurley and the former Liberal Democrat politician Sir Simon Hughes. And I think right now, as of November 26th, I think it's only two people that haven't settled yet. It's Prince Harry and that I think it's Tom Watson, Deputy Leader Tom Watson. I may have gotten the names confused. I think it's Tom Watson from the screenshot that I got. Okay, Tom Watson and Prince Harry are the two left that's still showing MGN. Okay, but everybody else I think have settled out of court, and in January, Harry case will move forward. They accuse the title of making widespread use illegal reporting tactic to obtain stories over more than 20 years at the preliminary hearing in central London yesterday. When was that? There's no date. Okay, lawyers for Associated Newspapers attempted to stop the claim going to trial, where the allegation will be heard in full. The Daily Mail had largely escaped the phone hacking allegation that led to the closure of the News of the World, but now faces a major challenge that could result in serious reputational damage. The allegation relates to a period when the Daily Mail was edited by Paul Dacre, there's his name here, who remained a senior executive at Associated Newspapers and has been nominated for a peerage in Boris Johnson's resignation honor. Prince Harry, one of 7 people suing Associated Newspapers, arrives at the High Court yesterday. The Mail has dismissed all the claim as preposterous smears and is trying to stop the case going to trial on multiple grounds. Okay, so far we know it's going to trial. Okay, Harry has enough evidence. Okay, the newspaper ran a long campaign to identify the racist killers of Stephen Lawrence, culminating in a front-page story accusing 5 individuals of murder. The paper often held up the story as an example of its commitment to fighting for justice on behalf of those who lack a voice, recently calling it a campaign, a key moment in British race relation history. Lawrence said she now believed the campaign on behalf of her son was a cynical way to sell papers by appearing by appearing B on the side of a young man killed in a racist attack. And documents filed to court, her lawyer said Lawrence cannot think of any act or conduct lower than stealing and exploiting. Okay, so I read it. So that's that. Paul Dacre was, where did they put his name here? There it is here. He was the Daily Mail edited, okay? Paul Dacre. So he's in the lawsuit, I guess. All right, so let's listen to this. Guess who's the patron of the journalist church? Yeah, you guess it, Camilla. And she has been for the past 10 years. Prince Harry was right. Okay, so let's listen to this. It's 44 seconds.
One thing Harry is undeniably right about is that Camilla's relationship with the press has been key to her creation. Tucked away down a quiet alley off Fleet Street is St. Bride's Church. For over a century, journalists have flocked here, and for the past decade, St. Bride's has had a very special patron watching over it.
I think the fact that Camilla is patron of St. Bride's Church, which is commonly known as the Journalist Church,
Wow.
is quite ironic, and I think it would be ammunition for Harry to prove his point that Camilla's in bed with these nasty journalist people.
Wow.
Harry is
Wow. This woman is evil. Okay, they tried to make Dacre the head of the Press Complaint Commission. My God. Right. Also, he was also considered to be the head of the BBC. I remember that. I think I mentioned it in one of my videos. Its challenge he pulled out once he becomes aware of Prince Harry's phone hacking lawsuit. Okay, so that's that. Let's go to the next one. I think there's more, but I don't want to go further. I read that long article. Next tweet, it's about Camilla again, the documentary. Okay, let's pause this. I'm sorry, all the documentary videos, there will be screenshot, okay? When history is written of Charles and Camilla, it will not be seen as a particularly glittering episode in the British monarchy. I think it will be the exact opposite. I think it's rather tawdry. It's a story of opportunism and extraordinary cruelty to those who got caught under the will of the inextricable, inevitable love. Okay, Patrick Jeffson, that was the best summary of this tedious documentary. Okay, so 36 seconds. Let's listen.
I think the fact that Camilla is patron of St. Bride's Church
It's
is
repeating.
extraordinarily symbolic. It's actually an example of the cynicism that runs through this entire story. When the history is written of Charles and Camilla, it will not be seen as a particularly glittering episode in the British monarchy. I think it'll be the opposite. I think it's rather tatty, tawdry. It's a story of opportunism and extraordinary cruelty to those who got caught up under the wheels of their inexorable, inevitable love.
And that is true too. The other thing as well, many of these people, for some reason, they cannot let things run naturally. They always feel like they have to control nature, they have to control everything, and this is what, making them look so nasty like that. Remember, nature, love always needs to be balanced. So when human being trying to prevent nature from doing its thing naturally, there has to be a counterbalance. And eventually nature will always win. In the sense with the gravity and things needs to be balanced. If nature is trying to be one way and you're trying to take away from it, so the imbalance happen and nature have to take something out to continue its course of balancing things. And this is what these people are doing. Okay, it's so-called dependence, not love. Okay, thanks for this clip of the ignominious reign of Charles III, a total failure of a monarchy after 70 years and waiting. Queen Elizabeth II was well aware of what her son was. In a way, I have to say, even though, despite everything that I've said, it started since the Queen's father died, but I also give a little bit of fault to her. She should, since Charles was young, there should have been some sort of direction where she would direct him to be, because as a child, I don't know, he can't say, I mean, they don't know from right from wrong, but at least was the husband, Prince Philip, was trying, but some fault lay on the Queen as well, no matter what. Camilla is the downfall of the royals. When history is written, it will tell how Charles and Camilla were the cause of the downfall of the monarchy. Okay, maybe it will be written in the history book that the decline and fall of the British monarchy could be traced from the reign of Charles III. Okay, yes, their extraordinary cruelty will never be forgotten. What was the name of this program, please, for people outside the UK, what YouTube may be? Okay, no wonder Channel 5 every year, there is a documentary about the royals. They are always covering up for something. That's absolutely correct. I don't know. Were they trying to make her look good or something? I don't know. Because what happened is that I remember, I think last week or something, there were things about how much the coronation costs and how slumlord William and Charles are, or something like that. So they were trying to shift that from and then they're throwing her under the bus. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. These people, phew. Next one. There's another one here. Let's pause. Ratings. Channel 4's Camilla, the Wicked Stepmother, drew overnight coverage of 967,000 viewers. It was ahead of the slot average, something neither of the recent royals-fronted documentaries managed for ITV. Gossip is king, if you'll pardon the pun. All right, 26 seconds. I think it's the same thing from the previous.
When you look at the PR campaign that Charles's office launched, there was always an underlying motive. You are going to promote Charles and Camilla. Results were good stories published, bad stories suppressed. And if people got hurt in the process, including Charles's own children, then that was a price you had to pay.
Oh my God. Selfish. Selfish. And this is the time where he should have been enjoying the thing, but everything is coming back to haunt him. Okay, best bit for me. Harry saying Camilla was leaked to the press and Jenny Bond saying it was impossible. He was literally in the building. There's the laugh here. Is that an ad? That's an ad. Okay, that's a GIF. Follow the money. More real stories about the monarchy, please. Alright. So this is my last one. Okay, and then the rest will be record tonight. Let's pause. Okay. Camilla was shrewd, crass, in her blatant cheating with Charles on Diana. She thought it was cool to be an older, unattractive side piece effing a beautiful girl's husband. She is as shrewd and crass in having her media pals harassing Prince Harry and Meghan. Oh my God. The mindset of these people. So she acknowledged... Okay, this is someone's opinion. I forgot about that. This is someone's opinion.
By Jonathan Dimbleby about your husband. He says that your husband renewed his relationship with Mrs. Camilla Parker Bowles. Were you aware of that?
Yes, I was. But I wasn't in a position to do anything about it.
What evidence did you have that their relationship was continuing even though you were married?
Oh, a woman's instinct is a very good one.
Is that all?
Well, I had knowledge of it.
From staff?
Well, from people who minded and cared about our marriage, yes.
But let's listen. 1 minute and 8 seconds.
Bombast that shocked the world. I hate her, he said. I am unable to sleep as I lie there dreaming of the day she is made to parade naked through the streets of every town in Britain, while the crowds shout shame and throw lumps of excrement at her.
It was vile, it was condemned widely, and wait, what is this? Camilla just hung out with him.
Camilla now is no longer somebody who's hiding under a rock. She's now in full view. And of course, she's going to have favourite journalists. She can do a little bit of political manoeuvring with people like Piers Morgan and Jeremy Clarkson, and maybe raised eyebrows. But she's defining her court.
I think Camilla, far from being the simple countrywoman that we were sold, is actually a very shrewd, politically media-savvy person. We are told that the campaign to rehabilitate Camilla has been subtle. I don't think it's been subtle at all. It's got all the subtlety of a sledgehammer.
Oh, Lord help us. Diana dies beloved. That will not be the case with Camilla, the homewrecker. Maybe shrewd, but just another, not very bright wannabe to marry into the royal family. It mentioned she left school with, what is it, 10 level? Or what's that, 10 level? What is that? Is that number 10? 10 level. As for her finishing school, if her recent behavior on tour is anything to go by, she wasn't much use at that either. Meghan is straight ahead and everywhere. Okay, or what is that with 10? I'm assuming this is 10. Okay, let's see if there's 10 level. I don't know the way they mention those things in the UK. Okay, so I see here. Okay, in the UK schooling system, 10 level refers to 10 years, okay, which is the 10th year of schooling and typically the first year of Key Stage 4, where students begin preparing for GCSE exam. It is considered the equivalent of the 10th grade and other education system. Okay, age 14 years old. Okay, 10th. Okay, so that's about where my oldest is right now. Okay, so now I see. Okay. Let's go back to that. I don't know. I don't live in the UK, so this is Google. This is what's good with Google. All right. It mentioned she left school with 10 level, so she was in high school, 10th grade. As for her finishing school, if her recent behavior on tour is anything to go by, she wasn't much use at that either. Meghan is streets ahead and everywhere. So this is why Camilla, the wicked stepmother, finds sickness a few days ago. Her altar of image reconstruction has come crashing down. Evil doesn't thrive for so long, ain't it? Okay, Kama will visit her soon. No wonder she's been nowhere to be seen in the last few weeks. Camilla, the conniving cow. She's a conniving, that's the B word, and I'll celebrate hardly when she shuffle off the motor coil. I'm very happy she's a heavy smoker. Oh my God. It's a great choice. I can't believe I'm laughing at that. Oh my God. Okay, I'm sorry I'm laughing. This is good with my accent. And sometime when I start laughing like this with some of the comments, at least you could see what I'm laughing about. Okay, she's a conniving B, that's the B word, and I'll celebrate her. I'll celebrate Holly when she shuffles off the motor coil. I'm very happy she's a heavy smoker. It's a great choice. You'll be surprised. As a matter of fact, yesterday in one of the videos that I was doing, and one of the videos was something Jenny, I forgot her full name, that's in the US with Jim Crow law, where this lady with her cigarette at hand doesn't bother with those police in front of her with machine guns. And then when I look her up, apparently she died last year and she was 100 years old. So you'll be surprised. Those evil people last so long. You'll be surprised. This is not to say Louisa Jenkins is evil. The whole point was that she smokes, but she reaches the age 100 years old. So my example, the way that I explained it in the original recording may sound confusing. I'm not saying Louisa Jenkins is evil, but the fact that she's a smoker and she lived up to 100 years old. That's the point I was trying to make. That was the only point that I was trying to make. She smokes, but yet she lived up to until 100 years old. All right, that's it. Oh my God. Camilla showed that all you really need to break through the facade of monarchy is to be slightly more psychopathic and greedy than everyone else. Thing is, that's saying something. What whipped Diana to pieces was able to be manipulated by poker bulls. The greed of Charles and William, the skullduggery of Camilla, and the manipulation of the gutter press showed the English monarchy for all it ever was, a facade to shield and able to bloated, racist establishment calling Parker Bowles Majesty is the final reveal. Abolish the monarchy. I've noticed an attractive, confident woman will chase the hell out of a man, especially the men who get attractive women, is as if winning gives them validation. It's like sport for them. Queen Reindeer is that woman. Okay, I think this was awful that only one woman in this segment saying the statement was vile, then having men basically ignore it by saying Camilla was being shrewd by who she spent time with. Except now Camilla is a B. Okay, Camilla's evil racism are showing. She's evil, Camilla will get her. She hasn't changed her hairstyle for 50 plus years. Okay, Charles and Camilla are perfect for one another. Both are nasty and spiteful. No, Camilla is just vile and in a lot of ways evil. What documentary is this from? Okay, so that's an ad. There's more. Let me finish. Camilla had to keep Anne with William and Katie because he was eventually going to be king and she queen, because Harry wasn't near to being king. He was her target. He was too like his mom, Diana, and she hated that. She's a very cunning, hateful woman who can manipulate the king. That's why he teams up with William, like this tweet is saying, and divide the brothers. And then who knows what nonsense he put in William's head. Okay, the wicked effing witch. All right, and who are you? And nobody. How you will know anything is laughable, just a lot of B. All right. I think Camilla just fine. All right, but I just don't see how these people could enjoy. Okay, let's say they are at the top. Okay, they have money coming in non-stop, like it's from the tree. Okay, taxpayers' money, Duchy of Cornwall, whatever, all those money that's coming in. You would have thought that they will just sit down and enjoy it. Are they really enjoying that wealth and privilege and things like that? But if you're having headache and to deal with all these issues, what's good is the money. Okay, you could pay people to shut people off and things like that, but headache keeps on popping up because you can't really sit down and enjoy the lifestyle and peace. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I do not know. They all are baggage for God. All right, so the Kate part, I'm done. The Kate part will be tonight when I do recording tonight, and I'll edit this tonight. Okay, so I have 6 the extra leftovers regarding Kate. That will be tonight. It will be this video. This tweet. Okay, I will start with this. I don't know if I'll add more. Okay, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so that is it.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
know, we ask for forgiveness, and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.